Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Antony and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about something that's been requested quite a lot, and that is the pros and the cons of working in fashion. Now there are a lot of pros and there are a lot of cons when it comes to designing and working in the fashion industry, and I don't think a lot of people realise that there are pros and cons to, well, every job, but especially in fashion sometimes the cons are hard. So I'm going to go through all of that with you today. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help my channel to grow. Especially that like button, you have no idea how much it helps promote my videos and boost it with the YouTube's algorithm. Please also leave a comment because I like to chat to you guys and get to know you a little bit better and build this fashion community up. Alright, okay, let's just get straight into it and let's start talking about the pros and the cons when it comes to fashion and fashion design and all of that sort of stuff. I'm going to start with something positive, and that is travel. In fashion, you get to travel quite a lot. It really does depend on the level that you are within your career, but you can expect to travel at some point in your career, and you get to go to some amazing places. You get to see some really nice cities and experience things that not a lot of people get to experience. You also get to eat amazing food, and it's usually always paid for by the company, so amazing. The first part of travel is the inspiration trips. Now these are the most fun trips that you can go on. They are busy, they are hectic, they are hard, but they are really, really fun. Because basically inspiration trips, you are going around to a different city, a different country, and you're shopping all day to see what the new trends are. To see what people in Korea, Tokyo, LA, New York, Milan, Paris, London, to see what all of these people are wearing, to see what the retailers are doing, and to make sure that the collection that you're designing is on trend and right for the brand that you're designing for. Inspiration trips really are the funnest trips to go on. As I say, they are quite difficult because you will be shopping from like 8, 9 in the morning till 8, 9 at night, and it is tiring. You're walking around shops, you're looking at product, you have to be on all the time. And sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's windy, and you get soaked, but there are little nuggets where you stop and have amazing food, where you go sightseeing, where you're seeing different cultures and people, and it's really nice. It's a really good trip to go on, inspiration trips. As a more junior designer, you may not be going to the big places like New York, LA, Tokyo or Korea, but you will go on short little trips. So you might be going to places like Amsterdam, Paris, Milan, if you're based in, say, London. If you're from, say, America, you may go to your nearest city to do inspiration trips and then travel around America to do your inspiration. But it all depends on what level of designer you are. You will be going internationally. There's another part to travel which is also really fun, which is the development trips. Now on the development trips, any kind of samples that you've bought, any designs that you've done, any kind of CADs or artwork that you've really made and worked into, you will take these to your suppliers wherever they might be in the world. But the supplier trips can be more of the con. On development trips, they are hard work. You can be working from probably 8 in the morning all the way up until maybe 10, 11 at night. The longest one that I've done is probably 11 o'clock at night, and they are really difficult. My most difficult development trip was in China, and it's because I had to get 7 flights in 7 days. Oh my god, it was so tiring, I cannot even tell you. I basically flew to China, and then, well actually I flew to Hong Kong, stayed the night there because it was a long flight, then flew into China the next day, and then every single evening I flew to a different province in China. So I was going to Guangzhou, to Ningbo, I was going all the way up to, oh god, what's it called? Begins with S. Was it Shanghai? I think it was Shanghai. Anyway, it was long days. I was getting up at probably 6 in the morning, getting ready, and I had to get a taxi at 8 to my supplier. And sometimes I'd have 2 different supplier meetings in one day, and I'd be traveling from them, and then in the evening, maybe about 8 o'clock, when the meetings maybe had finished, I'd have to get into another taxi, go straight to the airport, get on a flight to the different place, check into the hotel, I'd probably check into a hotel maybe 12 o'clock at night, sleep, get up at 6 and do it again. I was exhausted. I didn't get a day off over 7 days, and I had to go straight into work the next day when I got back to England because I had so much to do. So development trips are really fun. They're great because you get to interact with loads of people and you get to know the team better and you get to know different people's culture and all of that sort of stuff, but they are really hard work. So in terms of pros and cons, the pros are the travel. The cons is that they are really, really hard work. So let's talk about another pro. I actually really love the fact that when you've designed something and when you've laboured over something, you get to see that product being worn by people. There is no greater joy than seeing a product that you have really, really cared for and worked on and developed for maybe a year, to see someone go into a shop and buy it and love it just as much as you have. It's such a unique feeling. I can't really describe it to you, but it's kind of like, it's like an excited feeling, but then also it's like a proud feeling that someone has purchased something that you have designed. It's really weird, but it's a really nice feeling to have. I don't know if you know this, but I've actually got a bar job as well, and in the evenings sometimes I just work at the bar, and someone came in with a bag that I designed like 3 or 4 years ago, and I said to them, oh, I designed that bag, and they were like, oh my god, no way, I love this bag, and they told me everything that they loved about it. It was just really nice, validating feedback. Yeah, it's a really nice feeling. So that is one of the good things about design, is that you get to see your products on people and that they love it just as much as you do. And then on the flip side to seeing this beautiful product that you've designed is, you know, the work there's had to go into developing that product. So basically, when you design one product, it's not just about drawing the beautiful CAD, sending it, and then you get a product back. No, there's a lot of admin that goes into design that not a lot of people know about. So when you send your design out, there's a lot of back and forth between you and the suppliers. There's a lot of conversations, there's a lot of emails, a lot of tracking, there's a lot of admin that goes into design. You see this beautiful product that you have designed for someone, but then you also think, wow, that took nearly a year to develop, get into store. There's pros and cons with everything really, and admin on the design side, you can't get away from it. If you don't like admin, then maybe fashion isn't for you. I actually quite like doing the tracking. I actually quite like working on Excel. I quite like organising and doing all of that sort of stuff. So I actually don't mind the admin when it comes to fashion, but some people really hate it and some people just can't deal with it. So, you know, if you don't like working on spreadsheets, if you don't like emails and having like 300 or 400 emails a day to go back to, then maybe fashion just isn't for you. Another pro is that you're always busy. There's always something to do and there's never time to be bored. My days go so fast when I'm working, and in all honesty, that's the way I like it, because if you give me time to just be bored and not do much, then I'll just sit there and go on TikTok, or I'll go on Instagram and just waste time. Don't think of Devil Wears Prada. That is not what fashion is. I think that's more of a caricature of what people think fashion is. And I'm sure there are some people in fashion that are like that. If you've watched that and thought, ooh, fashion might not be for me, trust me, it's not like that. People are a lot more friendlier than that film. If you're work shy, then again, maybe fashion isn't for you because you're always doing something, you're always on the go. On the flip side, there are cons to that. If you are in fashion, there are times in the calendar that you'll be working from 7 in the morning till maybe 12 at night. You've got to get things done. You've got deadlines to meet. And when you're working for companies with millions of pounds on the line, you really feel obligated to make sure the job's done and done to the best of your ability. So working in fashion is not for work shy people. You have to be on it. You have to be a type of person that wants to get stuck in and wants to get going, and lazy people in fashion just don't stick around for very long. It's always the people with the good work ethic that carry on, that progress and really go far in fashion. You know, in fashion you have to be really good at multitasking as well. I've got 2 screens in front of me, one with emails constantly up, one with Illustrator constantly up, and I'm always bouncing between the two, answering queries, working on Illustrator, looking at swatches, different CADs. I'm doing loads of different things at the same time, and if you're not good at multitasking, you know, you're gonna find it really difficult. Overall, fashion is a really fun industry to work in. You get to travel, you get to meet loads of interesting people, and in all honesty, it's a really fun environment to work in, and it's really, really rewarding. So if you're thinking about a career in fashion, as long as you're not work shy and you're happy to travel and work long hours and really graft, then it will be for you and you'll have so much fun. But yeah, that's it for today. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to click that beautiful red subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my Etsy shop where you can buy CADs and vectors to help support you in your everyday design life, and it really helps support this channel. Otherwise, I'll see you here every Monday and Thursday with a brand new video. Alright, okay, thanks for watching. Alright, bye. Tra tra tra. Bye.